transitioning over from indoor to outdoor for some of these guys, as well as hitting the road maybe for, I guess, the couple of indoor meets, but how's that kind of transition going for some of those guys?
Well, it's going good. You know, we were so lucky to be able to stay home nearly all of indoors except for the national meet, and we're going to have to travel now outdoors. We knew it was coming, and I think it really helps that we didn't get beat up early in the year, and now we're going to start traveling, and the kids are going to have to adapt to that. But this is going to be a really good meet, Texas Relays, because it's 2 or 3, 4 days, kind of like a regionals and kind of like a nationals, and so I think it's good preparation. Plus, nationals are at this same track.
This is the debut for a lot of the kids, for the outdoor debut. So you've been outdoors for a couple weeks now, and you're going to see basically a lot of those nationals kids in their first competition in the outdoor season. It's going to be against a very good competition too. Can you talk a little bit about what you're expecting out of them with it being their first outdoor meet?
Yeah, you know, we're going to get to go against some of the very best in the country. This is going to be the first big challenge for us outdoors. We're going to, of course, on our men's side have Divine and AJ running, and we're going to try to run our relays with our full force with our men and our women. So I just think it's going to be a really good test for everybody to get started. And it's still very early, but I think it's going to kind of tell you where you gauge yourself a little bit at this time of the year.
Last year at the relays, last year's relays was a good performance for Tech. You had 2 of the long jumpers, Brown and O'Dane, going 1 and 2, and you also won the sprint medley relay. And then on the women's side, also Zaria had a good meet, and
Yeah.
Seasons had another good meet in the discus. So can you talk a little bit about, you know, what is it about the facility there maybe that the kids like and that kind of brings some good performances out of them?
You know, I really think it's just the nature of the meet. The facility's a good facility, but you've got all the high schools in the whole state of Texas and actually in some more. It's a huge meet with 4,000 or 5,000 people running, both high school and college. The crowd is big. I think it's just the first kind of electric meet that you have outdoors where you know, everyone's there. There's pros there. There's just everybody. And so it's just a great atmosphere that brings out the best in the best athletes.
You look at the jumpers especially, you know, with them getting their first performance since indoors. Can you talk a little bit about what that jump squad is looking like and how excited they are to get out there and be going at the relays where they've historically put up some great marks?
Yeah, Charles Brown, I know I talked yesterday, he's ready to go, and we're going to hold O'Dane out. He's still had a little bit of a leg injury that's not serious, but we want to be careful with. But he's going to jump in the triple jump and the long jump and try to be a big Texas Relays champion again. I think he's going to bring us, you know, a lot of points this outdoor season that maybe we didn't even get out of him on the indoor. And then Zaria will open up. It'll give her an opportunity to go and try to repeat as a champion. And I think there's a lot of kids in the triple jump, men and women. Jaquan Hogan's going to jump on the men's side, and we've got a lot of our ladies that I think that are ready to really start putting some marks out there. I think you'll start seeing this meet where the records are starting to get better and all performances.
When you're looking at that entries list for the relays, is there an event or two that, whether or not our athletes are in it, that has you excited when you look at the type of competitors that are going in it?
Well, definitely in the men's discus and the women's discus. I want to see our kids, how they match up against some of the very best in the country. The 4x1s and the 4x4s, we're always excited. The 400 hurdles, it's just, those are the events we didn't get to see much of or didn't get to see at all indoors. And I'm just really intrigued to see how we get developed through the year and how those people respond in those events.